Hey guys, it's ravenister13 and we're back with another video. Today we'll be doing how to line your own crochet bag. So here I have my two tomato bags. I'm only going to show you how to line one. So yeah, it's just a guide on how to line if you want to make your bag more durable. So here I have a printed fabric. On the other side it's less obvious, but you can kind of still see the design. I did get asked before if you should use this to face the outside or the inside of your bag. For me, I recommend using it on the inside if your bag is almost fully covered. Like for my tomato bag, there's only a few holes here, so I would prefer to use the more obvious or better side on the inside so I can look inside and see the better side. However, if you have a mesh design or if the bag is really holey and you can clearly see the lining inside, then in that case I would recommend you face the better side outside instead, so you can see the design under the mesh. But yeah, so first we're going to get started with cutting up the fabric to our desired size. So with this fabric, I think I can make linings for 2 tomato bags. So let's get to the tutorial. So after measuring both my bags, I will be splitting it in half and folding the lining like this. So I'm going to cut along the middle of the cloth now. Okay, so now I have one nicely cut cloth for one tomato bag. You're gonna need a piece of fabric that is big enough to cover both sides of your bag, something like this. And now we are going to we're gonna combine the cloth together by sewing with the good sides facing each other. We're going to be sewing along this line and then this line. Before we get started to the sewing, I just want to explain why we are sewing with the good side facing each other instead. When I first started sewing, I didn't really understand, but now I do. And so after sewing here, there will be threads that are visible. For example, I can show you, I just tried making one like this, cut ends and stuff. So by doing so, we are giving it a nice finish after we flip it inside out with the good fabric and non-visible threads. It looks so much nicer now as compared to the inside. So we're gonna try to achieve something like this and then line your bag after. So let's get to the sewing part. For the sewing methods, I'll be using my sewing machine over here. However, if you don't have one, you can also hand sew. So the concept behind the sewing will be, the top part will be the opening, since my bag only has that opening, and I'll be sewing down here and here. And I'll also be cutting off this excess white fabric so that it doesn't show up when I flip it inside out. So let's get to it. guys, so you should have something like this, and now we're going to flip that inside out. And there should be no thread really visible on the outside. And now with my tomato bag, I'm gonna flip it inside out. When you line your bag, another good thing about it is that you don't have to leave your ends in if you have any on the inside, but I did because I'm selling my bags and I don't want my customers to find any loose threads hanging out. Okay, so now with your bag flipped inside out and your lining on the good side, after flipping it inside out also, you're now going to put your bag inside the lining. And it's okay if your bag is kind of like tight inside. Your lining is meant to be inside your bag, so it's okay if it doesn't fit super nicely when it's flipped inside out. Okay, so I still have a bit of extra fabric on the top, so I'm gonna fold it down. Fold it down like this. Fold it down inside. So that, because the raw edges are showing, so I don't want that. After folding it down, I will be sewing the crochet bag and the lining. Okay, so I've just finished rolling it down nicely and evenly along the edges. So I still want the fluffy part to show in the inside of the bag, so I'll be like sewing just right below it like this. So now I'll be sewing it on my sewing machine, but of course you can also hand sew this in and out, in and out. Yeah, so let's get to the sewing part. Okay guys, so after you've done sewing the top edge of your bag, you are pretty much good to go. So I will show you how it looks like, the finished product. Voila! It feels much more sturdier and less holdy. Like I don't have to worry about things dropping through it or yeah. And it's definitely much durable for your bag as well, so I definitely recommend you to line your bag. I used to get quite lazy to line my bag because I thought it was quite troublesome, but now with a sewing machine it's much easier. Don't feel discouraged if you don't have a sewing machine. I know a lot of crocheters out there who also hand sew instead, like I did last time. And this is what it looks like on the inside, with the threads nicely hidden. So I used the yellow thread on the outside of my bag to match the color of the yarn, and I used a brown thread on the inside. Yeah. Thankfully the fabric is nice both on the inside and outside, so even with my tiny hole you can kind of see like some florals here. Yeah, I'm quite happy with the result, and I hope that this encourages anyone out there to try lining your bag too, hand sewn or machine. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Feel free to comment down other tutorials you might need help with, or comment if you like the video. So feel free to subscribe if you like crochet, styling, fashion, sewing, possibly knitting. I might try it, I don't know. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.